Rick Perry, who had such a rough ride through the GOP race, is even having trouble a rough ride getting down from the horse. It's so rough that one wonders if he could even beat Barack Obama to become governor of Texas, which he already is. The Dallas Morning News reports that Perry's favorability is at 40% in Texas, and the president's at 43%. This might be a cautionary lesson for some of these Republican candidates. Joining us now, Shira Toeplitz of Roll Call, and Goldie Taylor, author and managing editor of the Goldie Taylor Project. Goldie, Shira, welcome. Goldie,
thanks for having us, Eugene.
Goldie, poor Rick Perry. Is this a cautionary tale? Are the candidates who are failing, not only failing in their candidacy, but in fact doing damage to their own prospects?
It really is a rough road for Republicans these days. I mean, the further they tilt to the right, the further out of the mainstream of the American consciousness they happen to get. I think Republicans took a really bad lesson from 2010 during those midterm elections when they took away what they thought was a mandate, when really only a slither of the American public actually went to the polls. And I think they took that, as a bridge really too far. And so now you see them saying and doing things that really stand outside of American values. And so you've got to wonder how far they're going to be able to take this. Certainly the road to victory this coming November is getting, a bit more narrow. But if they keep this up, they may not get the White House back until after Sasha and Malia give it up. Well,
you've seen, Goldie, that all four remaining candidates are underwater in their approval rating. Approval, whereas President Obama is the opposite. In fact, his approval numbers are going up, his disapproval numbers are down. Again, that doesn't seem to bode that well for the eventual challenger in the fall. Shira,
it's going to be tough for the challenger.
Yeah, it's Shira. In various settings and debates, we've heard audiences boo a gay soldier. We've heard them. I've always wondered what sort of impact that spectacle has on independent voters, who, after all, are going to decide this election.
Right. Well, independent voters, surely the politically attuned ones, are definitely watching that, right? But I don't think these issues that you just mentioned, the death penalty and also openly gay soldiers serving in the military, are going to be key issues that decide the 2012 elections. They are important issues and they obviously merit debate, but they won't decide this 2012 election like the economy will. I still think this election is all about the economy. And independent voters in particular, fiscally conservative voters that Democrats really want to bring over again to their side, are going to be paying attention to that more so than anything.
The other thing I wonder, though, and Goldie, I'd like to ask you, in general, the happier candidate wins. The candidate who paints the more optimistic vision of a future that people can buy tends to do better than the candidate who is always sour and grousing and against this and against that. Sure. I wonder, clearly Republican strategists know this, I wonder how they must be dealing with the fact that they're not doing good practice here. They're potentially damaging their candidate.
Well, no matter how rough our economy is, no matter how far down, as the American people we get beaten, we're still happy warriors. And so when Ronald Reagan said, it's morning in America, that meant something to us. And so when you see, President Barack Obama on the stage of the Apollo singing, an Al Green song, or, talking about how, incredible this is of an opportunity to be president in this country, that means something. There is not a happy face, other than maybe Ron Paul, on the GOP side this year. I think that says something about, where their brand is headed.
Thanks, Shira Toeplitz, and thanks, Goldie Taylor, and congratulations.